So we are here in Detroit. I've never been to the city before.
I have.
You have. I've never been. We're going to spend about 2.5 days here checking out the city. Some of our plans did get a little bit foiled, but we'll see what we have.
Make the best of it.
Yeah, exactly. Check out
zoo, museums, food, breweries.
Yes, and let's see what we find. So up first, we're gonna eat at the donut bar and coffee shop. So they have really good looking donuts. They also have vegan donuts, but they have very interesting flavors. This pina colada, that looks amazing. Apple crumble, Boston cream. I got a raspberry cream, cookies and cream, fruity pebbles, and then the vanilla and chocolate. So guys, the donuts are delicious. They're so soft and creamy and fluffy. Really, really good. So if you know us, you know that we love to check out the local zoos. So here we are at the Detroit Zoo. It is about anywhere from $14 to $20 per person. And look at this building. That's quite an architecture. Guys, the river otter exhibit is really, really nice as he swims by. There he goes. So cute. But it's a giant. There's outdoor viewing and everything. Nope, he decided not to get out.
Look how adorable you are.
He is adorable. Look at him walking. He also has a giant enclosure. He would be very hard to spot if he wasn't out there, now wandering in the back, saying goodbye to us.
I think that's funny looking.
Something that's not usually up and moving around this much is a giant anteater, and they do have 2 of them. So one of the main reasons we came to Detroit is because of the polar bears. There is a baby two baby polar bears, so hopefully we can see them today. So we found the polar bear with the babies. They're kind of far away in a cave. Here's a little bit of a closer view for you. They were born in November of 2020, I believe. They are so cute. He's stretching. So adorable. These lemurs are really, really close. And they're adorable the way that they sit. So here are some deer and alpaca. I do have to say, the zoo, it's massive. It's like a city park kind of.
It is 125 acres in total.
125 acres, and they have a lot of different volunteers that walk around talking to you about all the different animals. It's very nice. If you have questions, they can definitely answer it. So we have decided to stop and eat at a chain here in Michigan called Tubbies. Let's check it out. So only the drive-thru was open. We got the steak and cheese, which does have lettuce and tomato on it, but the steak is really, really juicy. So next, we're doing something kind of unique. It's called Marvin's Marvelous Mechanical Museum. It's something that was recommended by a listener, and something I think is right up his alley. So I love the decor right when we get in. The lights are like old pinball machine tops.
Swing! Oh, looks like a strikeout, pal. Yous are easily manipulated, but very flexible like. Most of your relationships start out stressed, but pretty soon yous are reading the comics and laughing at them.
It's kind of a violent one.
Yeah.
They're just shaking. It's very entertaining and kind of hypnotizing.
A cigar?
I think so. So this is kind of a odd place. You have very old, like, Chuck E. Cheese, not working animatronics. You have modern type arcade games. You have everything that you can think of on the wall. Yeah. You have old arcade games that are like 25 cents and antiques. Very, very different, unique place here.
Right up my alley.
Oh yeah, you love this place. It reminds us a lot of the San Francisco.
Yeah, the museum.
Museum, yep. But it was a good time spending about an hour here or so.
Free to get in, costs $10 for play out the games you play.
Yep. And it is dinner time here as it's raining here in Detroit. We're gonna eat at Detroit Shipping Company. So on their stage, they have a really cool mural of like where the wild things are. So it's a very interesting concept. It's kind of like a food hall in a way, with 3 different types of food areas that you can eat. You have a chicken place, a New York style food, and Bangkok street food. So we got our food. I went with the chicken sandwich at the Coop, and you went with the walking dumplings.
Yeah, they look good.
It does. It smells great too. We're gonna grab a few drinks here at Saucy Brew Works. So we got a flight. It comes with 6 different beers, and I love how it comes in a muffin tin. Like, I've never seen that before. And here's the 3 and 6 that we got.
And my terrible handwriting.
And your terrible handwriting. I really liked the, whoop, that didn't focus, the apple saucy and the BFF.
The Uber ASAP, the blood orange and vanilla IPA is definitely my favorite.
It was really good. I highly recommend most of these beers. They're really good. This one very different. It is the, which one is it? The White Light. Very, very different.
Belgian white with lemon and peach. Very lemony.
Yes. So we decided to get a 6-pack to take back to the hotel.
Oh, it's only like $11.
Yeah, no, it was really good. The can though, that might give me nightmares.
Yeah.
So our first stop today is John K. King Used and Rare Books. It is an old glove factory that they bought and turned into a bookstore that has over 1 million books. So it's a very interesting place. They have 4 different levels, and they give you a map of where each section is. And then there's stairs that take you up that's lined with like a mural of books. And it's just bookcases lined with books. And they're, of course, done by sections. So if you're looking for anything in particular. But it's a really, really kind of cool place to explore, see what other kind of books there are. And just a very interesting concept in general.
So they have 1 million books in here. Lots of travel books, including all sorts of random stuff. Like, do you need the unofficial guide to Walt Disney World from 1999? You get it. But what they don't have is Experience the Point by Andrew Hyde.
Nope.
Very disappointing.
So who would have thought, coming to a bookstore,
yeah, I'm
you
actually buying something. They have a pictorial souvenir of Disneyland from 1978, and it's in like really good condition. I mean,
it's really nice.
It's really old too. Like, you're talking before Thunder Mountain. Super retro. Like, look at Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland. No, that's a great find.
Yeah.
And a very unique place here. So something famous here in Detroit is their Coney Island Hot Dog, and they have 2 very famous brands right next to each other. So we're gonna eat both and compare and see which one we like better. So we're gonna start in American Coney Island. We got, of course, a Coney Island with everything on it, and we are drinking a Ghetto Blaster from Motor City Brewing. The hot dog looks really good. So after eating a few bites of the hot dog, this hot dog has a good crunch to it. This bun is super soft. You do get an overpowering taste of mustard and onions over the chili, but the onions were really tasty.
Yeah.
So now we're in Lafayette. It is cash only. It definitely has an old time feel to it. We asked for 1 hot dog. They split it in half for us, so let's try it. So after having a few bites of the Coney Island, I think this one, the mustard's not as overpowering. They have a better balance of the chili, onions, and mustard. I really like the onions.
Onions are delicious. A nice spice too.
Yeah, a nice spice to the chili. Okay, that was our review of the Coney Island, the two famous places. They were both about $3 for the Coney Island. Which one did you like better?
I think I like the American Coney Island better. It had a nice crunch to the dog and the bun was better.
Yes, it was very hard because if you're looking for better toppings, I would say the other one, but the actual physical hot dog part, it does go to the American Coney Island. So historic building here in Detroit is the Guardian. And this is the gorgeous lobby of the Guardian building. I do know that they do tours at some point. I'm not sure if the tours are happening right now because of the world situation, but it's gorgeous to look inside. Look at this hallway with the elevators. That mosaic is gorgeous. And here we have the Spirit of Detroit. It's a cool statue.
Yeah.
Huh? Featuring humans in one hand and I think the world in the other. It was commissioned in 1955. I know that fact. And right across the street from the Spirit of Detroit is what's known as the Fist here in Detroit. It is a dedication to the boxer Joe Louis. And then across the way, I don't know what's going on here. Any guesses?
Well, clearly Detroit is also building a Harmonious.
Yeah. Blocking the view of the city. So we're here now at Detroit's Riverwalk area.
Yeah.
And I knew Canada was close. I never knew the river was this small that Canada is.
Yeah, it's right there.
Literally right over there. I am sad. This is the second year that we had potential plans to go to Canada, but we cannot, unfortunately. The border is still closed. But it is a gorgeous city of Windsor, I think it is. Windsor?
Gorgeous might be an overstatement.
Well, it's a gorgeous view, okay? So when you think of Detroit skyline, this is the building that stands out the most. It is the GM Renaissance Center buildings. Well guys, we are going to go ride on these things again because there's no Ubers in town. So guys, we made it using the lime and the bird. I definitely prefer the bird over the lime. I had to give him the lime. But yeah, we made it to a brewery. We're here at the Founding Breweries Company.
Also, it's much cheaper and quicker than taking an Uber.
Yes. So now we're in Founders. We're drinking a flight. This is our second flight that we had, and we also have a pint. And
a pint of the day. It's only $3.
It's only $3. I really like their drinks, their beers. Some of the beers do not taste like beers at all. Like right now, we're drinking a mango wheat, passion fruit wheat. And you like the Rubeus, correct?
Yeah, Rubeus is a raspberry beer.
And yeah, overall, I highly recommend coming to this.
The beers are very good.
Yes, and it's probably one of the more famous breweries here in Detroit. And now it's burger time with royale with cheese. I do love cheese. So we got the breakfast burger. It's called the Havana. It looks really, really good. And we got Parmesan fries, which also looks delicious. And the reviews are in. This burger is really, really good. That like queso.
Yeah.
And there's an egg on it.
Sauce.
The sauce is really good. Fries are amazing. And this place is named after Pulp Fiction. And they have a giant mural over here with them. And also a random mural of Donald and Minnie as some of the characters. And it's time for another brewery. We're at Motor City Brewing Works. So we just got done drinking at Motor City Brewing Works, and they had decent beer.
Yeah, the staff and the other bar patrons were very, very friendly.
Oh, so friendly. Probably as friendly as ones we had yet.
I really liked. I had a summer brew, which is a seasonal, kind of a stronger for a Belgian wheat ale.
That was really good. I also had a sour, which was very, very sour, but good. So up next is something kind of different. We're going to check out Third Man Records that is owned by
Jack White from the White Stripes, I believe.
Yes. So Third Man Records is really cool. You can rent a recording studio if you want to. Right now, of course, because of the world situation, it's not able to. But you can press your own album right now, and they're pressing some Paul McCartney's and...
Yeah, impressive stuff.
Yeah.
It's a really cool concept. Like, if some of the more musically inclined interlude people were here, like Kenny and Hyde both play instruments, they could record an album together if they wanted to here, right here in the store. Right here in the store and make their own album. It's a really cool concept. It's also very, you can buy tokens and listen. Moldematic machine.
You can do a Moldematic machine. You can listen to old jukeboxes and it's a very, very cool concept. You can also tell the color schemes really, really flow together here. And they also have a stage, which I'm assuming can be used for performances at one point. So overall, a good stop. I find this really cool, a recording booth.
A vintage 1947.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. Look at all their details on that old school microphone that they have here. Very cool place to check out if you're musically inclined. So we are currently in bonbon bonds that have all these different types of flavors. It's very hard to choose. And we ended up getting with the cake bonbon bon. It looks delicious. Is it good?
Oh, pretty juicy.
Up next, another brewery, Jolly Pumpkin. So we got 2 pints prior to this flight right here. Beer list, very interesting. The beer is kind of mediocre.
I really like the boysenberry ale.
Yeah, I was gonna say your boysenberry that you got a pint was really good.
If you're looking for like fruity or sour beers, this is a good brewery for you.
Yes, and I feel like it's way more corporate-y than the other breweries we've been to so far. And it's food time and we're getting Buddy's Pizza by the stadium. So here's a pizza. We got 1 topping, pepperoni. It's
4 square.
4 square. It's really, really good. It has
very cheesy.
Yes, and the crust is also kind of burnt cheese. And then, so I highly recommend. We also got breadsticks, which was really good.
We ate all the breadsticks.
And we're drinking a couple beers, which is also pretty tasty.
They have their own beer.
They do. Here is Buddy Brew.
Yeah.
So when we're in a new city, we do like to check out some of the stadiums. So we're here to check out a baseball game.
Yeah.
I love the entrance. Like, I love Tigers. Look at these giant statues and that baseball.
Great entrance for a stadium.
No, I fully agree. It's wonderful. Let's go check out a baseball game. When we first entered, Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. But they do have a carousel, which is kind of really cool. It is all different types of tigers on this carousel, which is very unique.
Like it's running right now.
No, it does not look like it's running right now.
Tigers.
It's all different types of tigers, which is, I mean, like, it's very unique. So we got a daiquiri, the Hurricane. It was $12. How was it?
Tastes like a frozen drink.
Tastes like a frozen drink.
Pretty good, because it's like 80 degrees out tonight.
Yeah, it's very hot outside, so it does feel very nice. I love these statues and like the outfield of all their like best players. It's really cool. So we're up here at Coppercraft Distillery, which is kind of weird. They didn't really have any cocktails, but they did have a good selection of beer.
Yeah, on the second deck out here in right field.
Yeah. So a section of the stadium that is closed is this food court area, I think it's called.
Complete with a baseball-themed Ferris wheel.
Yeah, look at that. It's really cool. I wish that was open. And I love the topiaries of, like, the people at bat.
Yeah.
It's a really cool area. While staying in Detroit, we stayed at the DoubleTree. We're in a 2-bedroom suite. So we have a living room area, which is really nice. And then a giant bathroom, which is probably bigger than a cruise cabin.
Yeah.
And then a bedroom. It is about $153 a night to stay here, and you do have to park your car, which is $27 per night. But overall, really nice. Again, it's a DoubleTree, so they give you the chocolate chips when you check in.
The cookies, yeah.
Yeah, chocolate chip cookies. It's so good. And bottles of water. So overall, a very nice stay, and you're pretty much central to everything. It is our last day here in Detroit, and we are checking out the Henry Ford Museum and the Greenfield Village. It's about $40 for a combo ticket. They also have a manufacturing tour factory or factory tour that you can add on to the ticket, but right now they are not producing any cars, so we're going to check out the museum and the village. So we are now inside the museum. It is a massive rooms with different sections, transportation, innovation, farm equipment. We'll then go see what it's all about. They have a special exhibit right now through September 6th, the Jim Henson exhibit, Imagination Unlimited. And of course, the exhibit has to start off with Kermit the Frog. This Kermit the Frog is from 1978. So inside the Muppet Jim Henson exhibit, that's temporary, they have all different types of Muppets. Bert and Ernie. We have vintage toys behind us. We have the circus with Wern puppets. We have Rover and the Count. Two. It's a really cool exhibit here. It is temporary right now. It's here until September 6th. They have very odd exhibits, like the House of the Future. Interesting. And they do have the Wienermobile from, this one's from 1952.
It's amazing.
It is quite something to marvel at, that's for sure. And this is the actual bus Rosa Parks was on. So of course the Henry Ford Museum has to have cars. So they start off with old station wagons, move to classic 50 cars, all types of cars all over around. Look at this giant McDonald's sign too. So this is 1965, which held the land speed record for more than 25 years. That is really cool. And now we're heading into Greenfield Village. They have a farm with sheep. The sheep are not interested in us.
No.
They're interested in their food. And they have cows. And they have shops. This is the pottery shop. They also have a weaving one, a glass blowing one, in the Liberty Craft Market. And they have a shop that sells all the pottery and glass blowing that they make here. And we needed a drink, so we bought a soda. They do not have your traditional Coke or Pepsi here though. They have a drink established in 1907. So of course we had to find the bar in this village.
And the bar's a real bar. It functions.
The bar is a real bar and it functions. They sell beer, old fashions. You're drinking a
shrub using like drinking vinegar. They had different flavors of like old-timey drinking vinegar. We opted for a Michigan apple pie.
Very odd place, but delicious.
Yeah.
The village is a very unique place. They have all these different buildings.
And areas too.
And areas, yes. So right now we're on Main Street. Walking down Main Street. Not the Disneyland or Disney World Main Street. They have the courthouses. And they have cottages, taverns. Places like Edison that has old generators. Pressing print.
Yeah, it's really pretty neat.
It's a very interesting place to spend a day. There's really pretty sections of this village. like this old-time bridge, looking over the town, I guess? Village Plaza. I think it's actually the plaza section. So I did a little bit of research on this village before coming here, and this was on a picture on every single website. It is the Ferris windmill. It is thought to be the oldest surviving windmill in the United States, moved from Cape Cod. I think this is the prettiest building, or like the most fantasy type building, came from England. This is very, very interesting. It's a 1927 Ford Model T, but it was also the 15th million Ford built. It is lunchtime and we're eating at Taystee Burgers. Okay, so here's our burgers. We got the pizza burger, which has mozzarella sticks on it. And then the nacho burger. I think this won in 2016.
Yeah, it won some awards.
Yeah, it looks really delicious. It has Doritos on there. And is that mac and cheese? No, just Doritos. Quesos. So both of these are really, really good. They do have a different taste, but I think we both like the nacho.
Yeah, that nacho burger. There's so much stuff on there. Definitely
can tell why it wins awards. So we do love to go to Tiki Bars. So this is the one in Detroit, the Lost River. So here's our drinks. Of course, you got the zombie and the classic mug.
You still got fire too, it was awesome.
Oh yes, they lit the rosemary on top on fire, and I've never seen that before. And then I got night swimming, and it's a pretty nice Tiki Bar theme. You got a painted wall, you got lights in the sky. They are playing a movie, which is a little off, but overall, really good night. Cups and drinks are amazing. And probably our last stop before the airport. This has something I've never heard of called feather bowling.
Yep.
So we are currently feather bowling. We're taking one of these giant, like, it looks like a cheese wheel type blocks.
It does look like a cheese wheel.
And you roll it down the pathway, and you try to get as close to a feather as possible.
The bar also has a great Belgian beer selection and Belgian food.
Yes. Yes, it's a very odd. I think it's $25 to rent per hour. And oh, I just got bumped out. I think I'm still winning though on this round. Yep, your goal is to be the closest one to that feather. I'm the yellow. What is this thing?
So that giant tire there, I'm fairly certain that at one of the World's Fairs or like big expos, that was actually a Ferris wheel. Now it is just like a roadside
attraction or like
advertisement. But I'm pretty sure
I wouldn't say that's
that was a Ferris wheel at one point in time.
How is that a Ferris wheel?
You would go on the outside of the tire.
Okay, that's different. That is a giant tire. And that will do it for our time in Detroit. Overall, it was a really fun time. There was some things that we wanted to do, but didn't get around to it, like the Detroit Art Museum. We failed to get a reservation time on the day that we wanted it, and I really wanted to go to Belle Isle, but that was closed while we were there.
Just like Cedar Point.
Just like Cedar Point. Anyways, I had a good time. What was your favorite thing we ate?
Favorite thing we ate? Ooh, it's between the two burgers, I think, for me. But I'm gonna lean for the nacho burger at Taystee Burger. That
was really good. I actually would go with the other burger, the royale with cheese. I also like Buddy Pizza because it had the burnt crust.
Yeah, and the breadsticks were good.
And the breadsticks were good, yes. And then what was your favorite activity we did?
I mean, it's hard to compete with a baby polar bear.
That is true. That is the whole reason why we went to Detroit, to see that baby polar bear. The feather bowling was very interesting.
That was fun. That was a blast.
Exactly. Never done that before. And then what's your favorite thing we drank?
Oh man, probably for me the zombie at the Tiki Bar.
The zombie at the Tiki Bar. I really liked going to the Founders Brewery. There was a lot of good beers there. Well,
now, if you were wondering, like, why'd you guys go to Detroit? Originally, this trip was booked to be Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, and going to see the baby polar bears. Unfortunately, Cedar Point decided to close a couple days a week after we made all of our bookings, so we made the best of our situation and saw all that fun stuff in Detroit. And a lot of it was thanks to you guys, as you gave us tons and tons of suggestions on Twitter or Facebook on what to do. So thank you guys for that.
Yes, definitely follow us on social media, because we do ask for suggestions on places to go every single trip. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments.